Good evening, everybody, and welcome to round 3 of this IIRL Season 8. This is our no assist tier, and this is the Mexican Grand Prix in this very topsy-turny, wacky, whatever you want to call it, season that we've got going on here. So round 3 is Mexico. And David, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Of course, I am back this week, and I'm very well looking forward to this. I missed last week, unfortunately, because I was at football, but I heard it was a very cracker of a race, and I'm very much looking forward to this one. I believe that we are all in for a treat. It is just me at the moment, but I do believe that a certain Steely might be turning up during quali. So we will be looking forward to him. Good evening, Ethan. I hope you're looking forward to this race, my friend. Good luck I believe this is your debut, so good luck to you. And David, I am doing very well, my friend. How are you doing? Are you looking forward to this one? We've currently got 17 drivers for tonight's race. So we're gonna have a full quali and then 36 laps race. And I've also just remembered that this is another one of our races in the, I think, 13 rounds that we've got for this season, that the hard tyres are banned in the race. So we will be seeing guaranteed 2 stops. As long as it doesn't rain, we should be seeing no hard tyres anyway. Okay. Oh, well, good luck to you in your second race, my friend. You must have done last week when I wasn't here. That is totally fair enough. Of course, you had Snacks last week and Steely when he turned up, but you've got me this week, and we are back for the rest of the season, hopefully. Oh, we are about to get underway for this very nice qualifying session. We've got a lot of new drivers for tonight that have joined the league recently. So we will do a little intro. I agree with you. 35 laps on the softs, 100%. I would love that. We've got a lot of drivers. I think the one person that is going to struggle in this race is Deflated Wee. After cheering him on last week at Imola, I think he is going to crash out in the race. Yes, of course, this is the Mexican Grand Prix, in which, in the real life season, Sergio Perez is formerly the only Mexican on the grid. But we are in for a new season without him. Of course, Liam Lawson's now in that seat. But of course, in IRL, we borrowed the real life cars, and we have taken them, and we will use them for our own uses. Good evening, Smokey. I hope you are very well, my friend. And good evening, F1 Alex. I hope you are well and looking forward to this race. As we are waiting for our first to get on track, it is a Mercedes, which is just beaten out by an Aston Martin, which is John, our reigning champion of Season 7. He will be looking to get back into a flow. Course, got some new faces that he might have not raced yet. Me and a few others did the practice race last night, so he got some inside information when it comes to strategies, when we'll get to it later on in the quali session. So John was the first out the pits, but the Mercedes of Cod Camper, who is doing very well in both no assist tier and our assist tier on Sundays, And he's also doing very well in F2 on our Thursday streams as well. So, Cod Camper will definitely be looking for another good result this week. And we will see what he can come up with. Of course, this track is very high in altitude. Of course, not represented very well in this world. But I'm sure the setups we'll see a variety of setups. So, of course, we got the... This is the longest straight in F1, I believe. It's either this one or Baku's, but I can't remember which one. So, God Camper using a lot of his battery. And got the DRS open. He's looking for the right braking point here. A little bit of smoke coming out of the car, but nothing too special. Didn't seem to affect him very much. As vague could be. Oh yeah, good point. Is it? I have no idea. I really should have fact checked that. But anyway, I think it might be the longest start-finish straight. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's part of a statistic somewhere. But as we get back to Cod Camper's lap, he's purple in both sectors, as you would expect for being the first driver to cross over the split times. And he crosses the line to go with a 14.6. It's a good time to start off, as John then beats him by 0.6 to do a 13.8. And then we have the Ferrari of Powin, who is about to start a lap. We got, I think that's Ethan coming to finish a lap, but he's invalidated it, unfortunately for him. So he'll be looking to go again. We've got Carl coming next, also one of our debutant drivers tonight, I believe. He goes P2 and is just behind John. John is going to have some fun tonight, I hope. And then Captain Aiden C does a 16.5. Good start from him. JJ does a 16.3, beating Captain C by 0.2. And then we have, that is not that guy, but that is Madagamer. Does a 15.3. Who is next across the line is a Mercedes, but I think that's No, it's not. It's Cod Camper coming into the pits. But Marlboro Sled is starting a lap. We'll watch him for a little bit. Yes, we do, Smokey. Of course, want some clean racing. I think No Assist prides itself on being usually the most consistently clean in IIRL. Formerly our assist tier 1 and 2 tend to have a lot more incidents in, but I think a lot of the tiers this season have got a lot cleaner. As my former commentary partner is Corgi is in the chat saying that his favourite part of this race will be when he spins and crashes. And yeah, speaking of incidents, as John has retired from the session, he thinks he is through. We will be losing 2 drivers this in this Q1 session. Corgi needs to focus on his driving. He does. I don't remember the last time he done a no assist race. I think it might have actually been Monaco last season he did. And if I remember it correctly, he broke... That's what I said. I said 2 drivers, Corgi. Yeah, it was NA Monaco, where he... Did I say 3 or 2? Am I losing my mind? Well, we're losing 2 drivers here, just to confirm. And Corgi's last race was NA Monaco, where he went through about 10 front wings. As we get back onto the action that's on track. We have Willow currently on a lap, but we have a... It's so difficult to keep track. We got... Ooh. Apparently Ethan's got plenty of time in him. We'll have to see. Willow, of course, notable for being a very quick driver. We will see what he can pull out of the bag. As there is a Mercedes, I think Marlboro will be pitting, which he does, and then the F1 Stake Team Kicksauber car of Ickle coming to the line to start a lap, or invalidated. Not confirm or deny that. Oh no, was that Ethan? Honestly, my brain. Oh, but Willow has invalidated. That is unfortunate. And Ickle was the next car, and he goes provisional pole with a 13.6. And then Willow is about to start another lap, and Deflated Wee will be the next car to cross the line. So we'll see what he can pull out the bag here. We got yellows in sector 2. That is Ethan, I believe. And Deflated Wee goes P5 with a very respectful 14.6. He was part of the practice lobby we did yesterday, and I can tell you he has got plenty of time in his pocket. Good evening, Johnny B. I hope you're doing very well, and hope you're looking forward to this race. I'm already prepared that it's going to be a treat. Of course, Johnny B is a former 82 champion in the chat. We got 82 royalty. As Ethan is coming into the pits, and Ickle will also be coming to the pits, but that guy is also starting a lap, as Captain ANC has unfortunately left his car, and Ickle has retired from the session. He is confident that he can make it through. Unfortunately, Metagamer has invalidated his lap, so the only cars that we have on a run currently, I believe, is Corgi. Oh, I'm doing very well, Corgi. I will not suffer. You are royalty in these parts. You should have tried yourself in no assist. See how that turned about. Oh, Corgi on his first lap since Monaco, where 10 front wings happened. And Captain ANC has decided to get back in his car. A little bit squirmy on the exit for Corgi. But it is... Ah, yes, I remember that. Corgi is... not Corgi. Johnny B is also known for having moments in the stadium section, is the polite way of saying it. As Corgi comes to finish this, and another little bit of lock-up for him going into the stadium section. And on his way to the line, he sets a 15.9. I don't think he will be too mad about that on his return. We have the next cars on to start their laps will be the McLaren of Velocity Racer. Disaster is a very nice way of putting it. we'll have a good comparison between the two McLarens here, as Smaller Smiley is behind Velocity Racer on track. Cool. My sensor says he's gone purple in Sector 1. We will have to wait and confirm that till when he finishes his lap. As Willow is the next car to retire, as well as Cod Camper. They're all confident that they've made it through. Of course, we are losing 2 drivers in this qualifying session. As Velocity Racer makes his way into a Sector 3. Very twisty, windy, bendy, wendy part of the track here. As Padge is the next car to retire. However, he is in a bit more danger than the rest of the cars that have retired. He is currently in P12, as Velocity Racer goes P13 with a 15.7, and Smaller Spidey goes 8th with a 15.3. And the next cars currently on run is a Prev in the Alpine. We got a Smokey cheering on Ethan in the chat. So we will see what Ethan can pull out of the bag when he starts his run. He is currently on an out lap. As Prev sets a 20.3 to start off. I think he is doing a double run, however, in which we have Ethan's starter lap. So let's watch this Ethan lap. For Smokey in the chat, let's watch Ethan's lap and see what Ethan can pull out. Oh, now we lose 3 drivers. Okay, so now there are 18 drivers. We're going to be losing 3 drivers. Thank you very much for the update, Corky. And I hope you aren't one of them, because I will be giving you 80 seconds worth of penalties at the end of this race. And I wouldn't like to see you come last. Of course, Corky. As Ethan has invalidated. Oh, commentator's curse has struck again. Oh, well, let's finish Prev's lap with Prev. He is 3.4 seconds up on this second run. Bit of lock-up, bit of smoke in the stadium section. We'll be able to see only drivers on this track currently probably be able to do another one. And Prev goes P15, pushing very, very close margins between him and Marlboro, and pushes Marlboro into the bottom 3. As we can then watch Marlboro, who has invalidated his lap. So, and then JJ is deciding when to play his battery, and we have Velocity Racer on the track as well. Now, trying to work out who's actually on a lap, I cannot do that. You know what? Let's carry on with Ethan. We'll see what Ethan. I think unless he comes into the pits at the end of this lap, then I've messed this up horribly. Because the cat as Smaller Smiley is next to retire from the session. He thinks he is comfortable in P9. As that guy is next to retire from the session. Now, the information has been given to me is purple sector 2s from Ethan, but we'll wait and see. As someone has knocked over the brake marker board in the box, I believe that was the Alpine of Prev. As Ethan goes P11, or stays P11, with a 15.3, as Marlboro is doing a run now, I believe. And there is the Red Bull of Madagamer, who is 3/10 up on his current run, is next to cross the line. Colgi saying he will give it his all, and he very much will. And I think he is running out on time to make it other trackers. Madagamer goes P5 with a 14.6. Very good lap from Madagamer there. As their Captain C is getting ready to start his final run of the of Q1. And then we've also got Ethan, who will be coming into the pits, I imagine. So Marlborough Sled, who is currently 10th up, who is the AT2 Season 5 champion, stepping into the no assist cars for the first time for a full season. As An Angry Corgi has retired from the session. JJ has retired from the session. Marlborough Sled stays P16, unfortunately, so that will be the end of his qualifying. As Captain C is next to cross the line. So we'll see what Captain Aiden C. I'm going to call him Captain C because it sounds cool. So this will be his final attempt, as Powen is cool. Retired from the session in P12, so Captain Aiden C will be hoping for a good end to his lap here to set him in, and he goes P14. That puts him through to Q2. Very good lap there from Aiden from the captain to get himself into Q2. As everyone else crosses the line, we've got Aiden, who was half attempt, I think, up, but decides not to finish his lap. He doesn't need to finish his lap, and Marlborough Sled will be the last one to cross the line. Unfortunately, not able to make it through to Q2. But of course, you don't want to be starting at the front of the grid for this track. Are we going to have another battle on Thursday, me and David? I mean, our battle for the sprint podium was so good last Thursday. If you didn't watch the F2 race in Miami last week, I would very much recommend going to check it out. Me and David had a cracker of a battle for the P2 and P3, and we finished, I think it was 14 thousandths of a second between each other. And in the race, we also had a good battle. Of course, I set up my car for a dry race, so nothing, unfortunately, came out of it. So at the end of the Q1 here, our top 3 drivers are Ickle, in his debut, the Season 7 champion John, and in P3 it is Carl24. And the 3 drivers that we are losing are JJ, Marlborough, and Prev. And Corgi, my old 81 commentary partner, very barely scraping it through to Q2. Yeah, my setup was very rapid. Honestly, it's very difficult to find setups for F2 anywhere. So you kind of just have to wing it. Thank you very much, Smokey, for the tier 1 sub. I hope you very much enjoy your emotes. As now we enter Q2. If anyone competing in the race is in the chat, I would much appreciate if you could tell us what weather is going on. I'd very much appreciate that. We have a lot of drivers coming out the pits early. I think we've got a little battle between an Aston Martin and Ferrari getting out the pits. But the first car out on track is Captain II. And Corgi is in the chat saying dry, which means we will get to see the hard tire rule in pure perfection. I appreciate it, Corgi, very, very nice of you, baby. And Ethan saying it's 11% for the race, so it's very unlikely going to David giving comparisons to other life situations. We're saying how dry it is going to be this race. As Captain C is starting his lap now. As he is the first driver to start a lap, we will watch him on his lap. And see how much battery he uses, and if maybe a bit deep turn one it looked from the broadcast. Let's see what he can do. Oh, good evening, Riddler. Welcome to your first stream. I really hope you enjoy it and you stick around for more. Oh, Captain II putting his overtake on for as he goes deep. Oh no, that is very unfortunate for him, but he didn't invalidate, so he will finish the lap. So he sets the time with a 16 flat, and then Cod Camper does a 14.6. I think that's very identical to his P1 time actually. And then times flying in: Carl 13.9, John 13.8, Willow does a 14.4. And then for the Powen with a 16.6 up next. And then I think we have Madagamer up next to finish his run. And then we got Ickle. Madagamer setting a 15.2. We'll see what Ickle can do. Of course, he was our provisional pole driver for Q1, so we'll see if he can do it again. And he goes P4 with a 14.5. Call it that. Padge does a 15.5. Cod Camper's going to be in the pits, so is Deflated Wee. Ethan is also on a lap, and I believe is the next guy to cross the line. He is, because that guy is just behind. Ew, who's this Riddler guy? Yeah, he seems a bit excited to be here, to be honest. What is Riddler and stuff? Yeah, it's like twins, I guess. Is that it? Smokey, very much welcome to your very first stream. I really hope you enjoy it, and I hope Ethan can live up to your expectations. As we have John the Tide, and Ethan goes straight on. Ethan has gone straight on at the stadium section. Very, very, very unfortunate for him. Corgi is currently on an outlet, but I believe Smaller Smiley is going to be... Yeah, Smokey, get yourself in here. Johnny B saying that perfectly right. Get yourself in here. we are going for a more relaxed season in terms of races. We're trying to enjoy this world that Electronic Arts has given us, and the cars that we have borrowed from the real life drivers. They very graciously lend them to us every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday after the main races have been completed. So as you can see, this is Smaller Smiley currently driving around the McLaren of, I think it's Lando's car. I think Lando Norris's car is being driven by Smaller Smiley. I might have got that wrong, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see. As Smaller Smiley is next to cross the line and does a 15.2 going P9, currently putting himself into Q3. Ethan is next to cross the line. He will go P8 with a 15.1, and then we have an angry Corgi currently on an invalidated lap, so we will say goodbye to him as we find someone else who is currently on a lap. I think that guy is starting a lap, so we will watch him. Johnny B saying Sundays are the best. I would agree with you, but I think F2. I'm very much enjoying F2 being back, and I love racing in it. So F2. If there was no F2, I would have said yes, but I think F2 might just scrape into the barrel of that competition. How can anyone? Yeah, the resources we've been given haven't been the best, but we make do with it. They make do with it, and I'm surprised that guy didn't invalidate there. I thought he went over the line, but he will be very pleased to not. As stays P5. Ethan is currently starting another lap. As Corgi has been doing the crisscross, or the slidey widey, or whatever you want to call it. I think next car to cross the line will be Velocity Gamer, as Cod Camper will be starting a lap. Corgi, if you qualify P15, you might as well just jump back into the commentary box. Leave your car, do the opposite of Rothwell in Vegas last season for 81, and just get back in the box, the commentary box. Bingo, got there eventually. Oh, honestly, I'm forgetting who's on the lap here, but we'll have to keep track based on who is finishing. Padge is starting a lap here. And then we got I think that one's pitting. That Ethan is going again after an invalidation. Powen did a 14.9. Thank you very much, Daniel, for putting that information across me. Of course, it is very difficult to keep track of drivers, as Ethan has spun, or had a snap, I should say, out on turn 1, 2, and 3. We've got Velocity Gamer starting a lap. Powen coming into the pits, and Padge will be not finishing a lap. So yeah, I'd imagine. Oh, Ethan has done 5 laps on the softs. So snack, crackle, and pop. I wouldn't be shocked if some tyres got close to that in the race. After taking part in the practice lobby last night, I did the wrong strategy of we'll be seeing a lot of drivers maybe switching it up based on if there are any safety cars or not. But just a reminder, there are no hard tyres allowed this race because they are too OP. And we like some strategy delve difference. As definitive, Wee has retired. He thinks he is. I don't know how long's left in the session because of all the yellows, but that could either be him thinking he is comfortable. As Cod Camper is next, so I imagine we'll be seeing Willow, Ickle, and that guy all retire. Yes, hard tyres are boring. That's why we like F2. Because we get the super softs and the mediums. That's what you want. Bring back the pink hyper softs, that's what I say. And there's Ickle retiring. Aren't they C5, 4, and 3? Or is it soft and super soft? No way, let's go. Corgi, I don't think you were ever a real C3 OP. Yeah. Who is on a lap now? I think everyone is. Mad the Gamer is starting a lap. Willow has now retired from session. Captain C has retired on track, but so he will not be going through this session. Whereas Madagamer goes through to start sector 2, has a little bit of a wiggle on the exit. But for this left-hander, very good, very nice, very nice. That guy is retired from the session, as you would expect. He is ahead of quite a few drivers. As Corgi has now left the chat and has got back into his car. Stop typing on your keyboard, mate, and just get back on track, which he has done. As we see the bottom 7 drivers currently, Madagamer goes P7, so that will be his final run. He will be hoping that can make it through. Padge is P9 and he's not come out of the pits, so he will very much be hoping that the P9 is enough for him. Ethan is now starting a lap in which he'll be hoping to knock Padge, or maybe even deflated wheat if enough drivers can make it into the top 10. We'll watch Ethan for a little bit. I think Ethan's getting a lot of love just out of coincidentalness. I think I didn't see what he was 2 tenths up on his lap, so let's watch Velocity Gamer finish his Velocity Racer finish his run as he goes through the stadium section, waving at all the fans, you would hope, making sure they get the attention as the checkered flag is now out. Velocity Gamer is out of qualifying. He is P11. Then we have Ethan, who is 2.6 seconds up. Very unfortunate for him, but I think that means that he will also be out. And you got a smaller Smiley. Didn't manage to see his split. But we'll see if he can knock Powin off P10, the current driver at risk, and he goes P4. Very great lap, and Corgi is P15. And Powin is invalidated in the stadium section, so Powin is out as well. Some very great qualifying showings there. Small Smiley being in P4 at the very end. I think he will be very, very, very happy with that. And I think Padge retiring in P9 was a very... I could see it. You got very unfortunate, Ethan, with some of the opportunities you had, but I mean, that's what we love to see. Top 2 celebrated by less than a tenth. But the 5 drivers we have lost at the end of this qualifying, we've got Powin is cool in P11, Velocity Racer, P12, Ethan B in P13, Captain's Aiden C in 14th, and this guy, an Angry Corgi in P15. But I think he'll be very happy with that on his return. He's just got to hope he remembers not to break his front wing. Corgi, I think you're the new spark, mate. So now we're on to Q3. Drivers have got 12 minutes to set their best lap times. Of course, they will be saving, you would imagine, a couple of sets of softs or mediums for the race. As Rothwell has made it into the session, so he will be our 19th driver. He will be starting P19. And as we get more battles coming out of the pit lane, I think Carl managed to make it out. As Ethan is having dinner currently. I hope it's something nice, mate, that will fill you up for this race. His first down track, it is the Haas of Carl. Course was within a tenth of John in Q2, with the rest of the field being 5 tenths to, I believe it was 9 tenths difference from pole, so very close times we are seeing, apart from John and Carl. They'll be very happy with that going into this Mexican GP Q3. We can see what times come out of people here. And I got some very, very fun facts for you during our 5-minute break in the middle of after qualifying. And when I say fun, I mean I googled them, and then I've got them ready. And I just hope they're good. You can't get a facts now. You got to wait till after the qualifying. If I could do a poll, I think I would. I believe to do a poll, I have to have access to the Twitch, the Twitch channel itself, not just the stream. I have to have it on my laptop or phone to start a poll. So I do not think there'll be a poll unless we can start one up on our own. But I am not very well versed in this realm, so we will have to I think we should do. I think if we have a poll, I mean, Johnny B was the one that recommended it, so we can see what he would like. As Carl goes a bit deep into stadium section. I mean, I know Snacks on a Sunday predominantly likes a safety car one, but I don't think safety car will be very... we don't see a lot of safety cars in no assist, as Carl sets a 13.8, John sets a 13.5, and Deflated Wee sets a 14.1. That guy is next to cross the line and does a 14.4, 3/10 behind Deflated Wee. We've then got Small Smiley, goes a 14.7. Willow is next and goes P2, is a 10.5 off John. Madagamer does a 4:15 flat. We've got Padge starting an out lap, but we've got Ickle currently on a lap. So we'll see what Ickle can do. Unless it's an L, not an I, then, well, his name's completely different. And Ickle goes fastest with a very nice and satisfying lap time to look at. As Padge is going to be our next driver to cross the line. Yeah, you could do pole and win. You could do who pits first as well. I mean, no one's going to win that, so... what lap do people pit on? You could do who gains the most places on the first lap. You could do who gains the most places, like who goes up the highest amount of places. I always forget that. Padge has unfortunately invalidated this lap. Yeah, you could do who gains the most places from start to finish of the race. You could do fastest lap. You could do who makes the most pit stops. There are plentiful amount of selections. Carl has retired from the session, so that was his one and done run. That rhymed. Quad Camper comes to cross the line next and does, I think he invalidated. I missed that. We say nothing. That guy is also on a lap, just starting his sector 2. Madagamer is retiring next. And Johnny B is wanting who gains the most places. Let's see what that guy can do at the end of his lap, at the end of his run. We will see what he can... Oh, a little bit of a slide on entry, on exit even. And that guy comes to cross the line and stays P6. Did unfortunately not go any faster. Cod Camper is on none, so now we are just waiting for the next driver to start a lap, unless Cod Camper decides not to pit. Johnny V, you should use your points to make a command for yourself as well. If we still have that. I don't think we do, but... if that exists, then I think we should... if not, we should bring it back. Because I wanted to make my own command, then, well... and then it just never happened. So God Camper pits, and that guy will also be pitting at the end of this lap. So now we will just be waiting maybe a minute or two for the 8 drivers left in this session to be making a final run. And while we are waiting here, I think I will give you my very first fun fact about Mexico, but I'll try and make it a nice one about Mexico. And I will give you the fact that colour TV was invented in Mexico. and whether or not you believe that, I don't know, but color TV was invented in Mexico in 1963. And his invention changed television forever. So that a Channel 5 TV show in Mexico was aired a show in color. So when you look at your lovely 4K TVs with however many inches, you can thank Mexico for that. You have Mexico to thank for color TVs. So, as Padge is our first driver on an out lap here for his what will be his final run, we get to see what he can pull out of the bag. Of course, he did make it into Q3 by retiring early and saving himself. We can see what he can pull out. That guy has more drivers that are exiting the pits now. I imagine we'll be seeing more and more drivers, and lap times get quicker and quicker. I imagine we could be seeing a 13.2 maybe. There's a pole. Corgi did a pole for us. He's done who will get pole position pole. He will get pole. As that was a very quick pole, but Ickle wins the pole. Ickle wins the pole, but will he actually get pole? Well, he's currently exiting the pits now, so we'll have to see if Ickle gets pole. That's like a tongue twister. You can try again in the 5-minute break, Corgi. Don't worry about it. As all the drivers now on track, Padge is going to be finishing his, and this will be his very last lap. As he invalidates, so he'll get to go again, but he doesn't have any battery left. So he looks like he'll be starting from P10, but I don't think Padge will be very mad about that. As more and more drivers, Captain Alien C has unfortunately left his car in the garage again. As we are currently we are currently watching that guy on his final. Yeah, I don't know which was faster, Corgi. Your exit from Q2 or that pole that you did. As that guy goes P5, Ickle is starting a lap now, and Smaller Smiley is also starting a lap. God Camper is going to be next across the line. He's on a 55 in the 55 second sector 2. I can imagine that's not very handy for you, Captain ANC. And there's another prediction started in the chat, Corgi. I hope you figured out to make it. Oh, he's done it properly this time, so Johnny B can spend his points, I think. Yes, he can. So how many safety cars do we reckon there will be in the race? And I would not be shocked if Johnny B puts every single 1,000 he's got on one of them. Oh, sorry. People are the checkered flag's out. John is P2 and looks like he'll be starting there. Ickle is improving by half a tenth. Cod Camper is P5. Deflated B will be P6 unless as Ickle pits, so he doesn't want to set another lap. Willow's P3. That guy will cross the line. P7. Smaller Smiley rolls into the pit lane, and that is the end of qualifying. qualifying here tonight. That is perfectly fine. I think I am going to put all my thousands on a custom amount. I'm gonna do 44,000. I'll do that in a minute. But our top 10 for the Mexican Grand Prix here: Ickle P1, John P2, Willow P3, Carl P4, Codcamper P5, Deflated Wee P6. Deflated shouldn't have been there. That guy P7, Smaller Smiley P8, Madagamer P9, and Padge P10. And if you want to know what I mean by Deflated not being P6, he should be lower than P10. 1, 2, 2. I'm just going to spend half my points. No. Here's... Yeah, I did 44,000. Ethan's currently eating his dinner. It does look overcast for the race, so maybe tyre temps will be nice. But after this prediction is done, if we'll do let's do a we can't probably get another poll up right now, but let's do predictions in the chat. Who do we think is walking away with this victory today? I mean, of course, you'll be expecting that Ickle will not be leading from turn 1. So we'll have to wait and see to see who... Good evening, Steely! Yes, unfortunately Steely is not able to join us in the comm box this evening. But he might be able to turn up in future rounds. As Johnny B predicts Willow to win the race. Of course, Willow, as David has gone for a very specific prediction with a DRS train the entire race of John, Ickle, Willow, and Carl to you have pride, or I tell you what you win. You win a great battle with me on Thursday in F2. That's what you win. You win a great battle, and hopefully no crashes between us. Because on Sunday, in Sunday's race, that me and Corgi had our very, very first bit of contact in a race ever. And it upset us. We're bragging rights, yes. Yeah, me and Corgi had our first bit of contact. We'd made it over 40 something races, I think. With no contact, and then it just took one race to end it. Another interesting fact about Mexico for you is that the world's richest man was once Mexican. A man named Carlos Slim was once the world's richest man. He has unfortunately dropped down the leaderboard to P8, but he used to be number 1. Yes, or that's so-called what I found out. And he founded the museum in Mexico City. Oh, a little double hander for you. Mexico has the most Spanish speakers in the world, with 113 million native speakers of the language. And Mexico City, the capital, where we are in the festivities of today's race, is also the largest Spanish-speaking city in the world. As the The capital has over 21 million residents, which is 50% bigger than the next biggest Spanish-speaking city of Buenos Aires in Argentina. Steely. Nah. Oh, great. Here we go. Thank you very much for the notice. You think you win with the internet today? I very much hope you do. Pole and many pungs. Yes. Perfect. But it does look like it could rain, doesn't it? And I would very much be hoping for that. Your phone died. Did you miss anything? Ickle's on pole. John is P2. You missed a pole for the pole. Oh yeah, that makes sense. As we are underway for the formation lap here for the Mexican Grand Prix. We've got a range of strategies here, funnily enough. We've got about a third of the grid on mediums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we got 19 drivers. Rothwell was our latest joiner. He jumped into the... I mean, when you've got no hard tyres, people think... I imagine we'll be seeing some soft, medium drivers, and then we've some medium softs. Maybe a medium soft medium in there? Or maybe someone will do what I did in the practice session yesterday. And they will do a soft medium. Also, Steely is my less trademarked brand of cereal now. Just so that way I know if that's what fixes it. Sweet. Thank you very much, Johnny B. Very much appreciated. And as the drivers are coming to the thank you. Going to the pit boxes, the grid boxes even. Let's see what people can pull out of the bag here. And Ickle wins. Rip Sungodin. DRS has been disabled, even though it was never enabled in the first place. And it's 5 red lights, and away they fly! And Ickle and John are going side by side. A couple of overtakes in the back, very different team. Track both of them. As John and Ickle are looking to go side by side. Colcambra has made his way to P3. But John and Ickle and the very lot of drivers back there. Little bit of contacts here and there. I think Rothwell has made his way past JJ, Powen and Ethan battling. Ignore those race strategies. No one. Ah, oh, great. Either way. Probably need a new mic. All stuff has happened at the back. I think Ethan and Powen have come together. It's very unfortunate for Ethan's race, but Ickle has crossed the line at the end of the first lap, P1. Yes, I love the cliffs of Dover. Dover is amazing. I love it. Found dinosaur bone, a fossil. Hurricane called Katrina. More like Hurricane Tortilla. Yeah, again, thank you. Ignore those race strategies. No one needs to use them. So the gaps we've got at the moment are very nice. Willow getting very close to the back of John there. And that is Corgi round at the final corner. Fastest lap times spreading like wildfire. But John will be looking to make it past Ickle here. And Cod Camber is also going to have a look, but that's not Cod Camber, that's Willow. But Cod Camber makes his way past Carl, and then Carl and Cod Camber switch places. Cod Camper gets the overtake. Small and Smiley with the first 3-second penalty. Rothwell makes his way past Captain C, II Captain. And battle. Ickle has lost the place to John, and Carl has made his way past Cod Camper. Yeah, Ethan is catching his way up the pack after, I think, unfortunate contact with Powen early in the race. Then we have just this amazing battle. It has all drivers in the top 9 currently within DRS of each other. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's see what places people are up. So we have Prev, who is up 7 places. Rothwell, who is up 6 places. Very good starts from both their drivers at the moment. JJ has made his way past Powen down the DRS straight. Angry Corgi has pit. I imagine that's for a front wing change as well. JJ is round at turn 1, unfortunate for him. He'll be looking to get back into this race. Corgi is out the pits. John is currently in the lead of this race. Small and Smiley has the only time penalty so far. And as I say that, II Captain C gets the second time penalty of this race for corner cuts. And there's Corgi's time penalty for corner cuts. Corner cut penalties are flying like birds here tonight. As I imagine we'll see another Ickle swapping places with John here. Those two will definitely be looking to work together for the foreseeable future to try and stop Willow from gaining, but I think DRS rate way too long to have anyone catch up. Or to be able to break DRS unless tyre wear is crucially very bad for someone. Or as Willow goes deep, maybe looking at overtaking John, but I think he just missed his braking point. Rothwell is up another place. Marlborough Said is up another place. Velocity Racer is up again, ahead of Rothwell. Of course, Velocity Racer is on the mediums, so we'll be seeing a lot of the medium runners start to come in about now. Did you actually get the top 4 right, David? As Rothwell gets another time, his first time penalty of the race. So you can have a chocolate chip cookie, and Ickle makes his way, or John makes his way past Ickle. Marlboro overtakes Rothwell, who then, Rothwell has pit. That makes sense to why he's switching places. Willow has made his way past Ickle. Very big. Ethan has overtaken Rothwell in the pits. And Corgi gets another time penalty. I don't think Corgi's going to be a very happy bunny. Ickle had a look at Willow, I believe. A lot of these drivers have used a lot of their battery, I imagine. You can see the flashing red light. So the top 9 are within DRS of each other at the moment. This is very, very nice. That guy and Prev are doing very well to keep up. And Powen has made his way past Captain IIC. Yeah, Johnny B, we like to pretend that they have used a lot of it. And Deflated Wee, you get your first pit stops from some of the soft runners. You've got Smaller Smiley, Deflated Wee, Carl and Ickle making their first pit stops. Willow swaps with John. People are fluctuating all over the place. Captain Alien C has retired in the pit lane. Very unfortunate for the end of his race. Then we have a lot of things happening. The top 11 still need to pit. Of course, I'm not legally allowed to check that anymore, considering I am now the main producer of these races. We have a bit of a gap forming now between the top 2 and Cod Camper. Willow gets a time penalty. That's big for the race. Willow is currently leading the race, but he has got his first time penalty. Ethan is falling back a little bit. And Willow's got a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He is going to be kicking himself for that. I believe he has done that. He did that in Imola as well, if I'm not mistaken. But Prev is currently P2. Managed to get past that guy and Cod Camper. Willow is currently down to P10 after P11 and P12 after pitting. Prev and that guy are battling through the end of the second DRS straight. Angry Corgi has overtaken Ethan, who is currently in the pit lane. Corgi, of course, looking for a way back into this race. We'll definitely be hoping for a safety car. As you got the top, the second, third, and fourth drivers battling very, very closely. Seems they're going to start struggling on their medium tyres. Very time soon. John has now pit, so Prev will take the proverbial lead of this race until that guy gets DRS and gets past him. And John is going to be down to about where Willow is. Ethan getting his first time penalty. And JJ makes his way past Smaller Smiley, who is in the pit lane as well. Carl makes his way past Powen. And these guys have gone 3 wide. Willow making his way past Ickle. And very nice overtake from Willow there. These 5 drivers all within very close distance of each other, having just pit. That guy gets a 3-second time penalty here. John is not going to be like being stuck in this traffic. Very well stated, Steely. And I believe we saw a time penalty for JJ there as well. And as John makes a lovely dive down the inside of Powen into the stadium section. But Camper is the next car to pit. And Carl and other drivers will be making their way past him. And we'll go back up to this front to see what is happening with Prev and that guy, as they are 2 of the 5 drivers who are left yet to pit, along with Madagamer, Marlboro, and Velocity Gamer, or as well as Padge and Powen. I didn't see that, and JJ. All those drivers need to pit currently. We are currently 10 laps into this Mexico Grand Prix. Rothwell makes his way past JJ. Currently looking to use his fresh tyres. Or fresher. Corgi and Ethan also get time penalties again. They've not yet had any safety cars yet. But everyone's staying in close connections with each other. Velocity Gamer is on the back of Marlboro, is potentially looking at an overtake, but decides against it. And Willow makes his way past Carl with a lap fresher tyres. And Velocity Gamer does make his way past Marlboro, and Willow also makes his way through. We'll have to see very close quarters for these 6, 7, 8 drivers. All are going to be hurting from the fact that Velocity Gamer and Marlboro said they're yet to pit. But plenty of drivers. Velocity Gamer making an overtake on Ickle. But Ickle getting a 3-second time penalty. That's big. That's very big for the end of the race. Corgi is round. Oh no. Corgi is round at turn 6, I believe that is. Marlboro said makes his way past Velocity Gamer. And these drivers from P4 will now be looking very desperately at a way through. Padge is now in for his first pit stop. He is taking those sub tyres a long way away. I wonder if he'll be trying the 1 stop here. Carl makes his way past Madagamer. Ickle goes off track there, and Madagamer also off track as well through that section of track. Marlboro said making his way past Madagamer. They're both on 11 lap old tyres. John is going to be looking, and Corgi has spun again in the same place as the previous lap. He will not be happy. Thank you very much, Johnny B, for the 25 months subscribed to the channel, and we will thank him very graciously for being so loyal to us. Corgi is very much not loving his medium tyres now. I think he has made a setup mistake somewhere. As we have this very close quarters battle between the 4th and 7th place drivers. You can have all the hugs and cuddles you want, my friend. Much respect. John will definitely not be liking this traffic, but give him a pat on that. Yes. Powen losing a couple of places to Small Smiley and Ethan, but getting the one on, as that is, I think that's JJ round. Unfortunate for him. Ickle has made his way past Willow. So we'll see what happens there with these lot swapping DRS, and that guy and Prev are still going strong, as well as Velocity Gamer, Metagamer and Malbro on their tyres. Carl has managed to overtake Malbro Sled at the end of the second DRS straight. Angry Corgi gets another 3-second time penalty. He really should join me in the com box. He has spun again. That is, yeah, he has spun again. He will very much not be happy. And we have a V-carb of JJ in onto a set of softs after starting on the mediums. Corgi has now been lapped, unfortunately. Rothwell gets a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, it does. I would genuinely have said like 15 sets of 3. But he's going to get disqualified at this rate. But Corgi is now pitting off his medium tyres. We have, I think that's Ethan, who has spun at the start of the S section. I think your award might be taken off you for this race, Sun God. That guy's currently leading, and then we've got this very nice pack of Ickle, Carl, John, Willow, and Deflated Wee, as Corgi gets another 3-second time penalty. And just for those of you that are keeping counting, he is on 15 seconds currently. So Corgi is on 15 seconds, and Willow is currently on 13 after speeding in the pit lane. Ethan has retired in the pit lane. Very unfortunate race for him. Corgi has been lapped, that is correct. He got lapped after he spun last time. So his current... he is currently 1:13 off. He's currently 39 seconds off JJ. Wait, he's 1 minute and 13 off the leader, but I believe he has been lapped, which is unfortunate for him. There's more yellow flags, as I think that is Corgi again. Yeah, who spun at the stadium section. He is not loving this track. Absolutely not. His tyres are all over the place, and he pits and he gets 10 seconds. I think that is the end of Corgi's race. I think we could be seeing a retirement here, or he's just going to drive around for the absolute fun of it. As that guy gets a 10-second time penalty, it's very unfortunate for him. And that guy, not that guy, Corgi has spun on the main straight coming up the pits. Corgi is being lapped again. or this time by everyone else. As I have been warned to chat. As we have Ickle catching up to the back of that guy who is still yet to pit. So we and Corgi has spun again. I'm gonna stop giving him attention now, because if we see a yellow flag, it's most definitely him. No, well, we will see how Corgi does, but I think he will probably end up being disqualified if he's not careful. That guy goes deep again. We don't want him to get another 3-second time penalty, as Carl and John and we are the only drivers in the top 6 to currently not have a time penalty. Corgi has spun again. Corgi is not enjoying this whatsoever. JJ gets another 3-second time penalty. Unfortunate for him. Velocity Gamer makes his way past Powen in the 3rd DRS straight. And Corgi has now retired from the session. It only took him about 15. He's on the hards! Corgi pitted onto the hard tyres. Instant disqualification, I say. Instant disqualification. Smaller Smiley has retired in the pit lane. Very unfortunate for his race as well. Well, must have been caught out. Wee now gets a 3-second time penalty. He must not be... It is the taking part that counts. I really hope I'm not on the cliffs again, but Corgi has now left, as well as Ethan. They've now left their cars in the pit lane and they've gone back to the motorhomes, which we also borrow from the F1 teams. So we're back to the usual, what would be the, based on the qualifying, the usual suspects in the top 5. Honestly, Johnny V, it is just the taking part that counts. And at the end of the day, if you drive in a no assist, you know you're doing well. Like, I know when I was full-time no assist last season, it was very tough to try and get going. But once you, like, my general rule was brake at 100 meters. And just hope it works. Because 100 meters is the usual place where you brake for a lot of corners. And I found that there's John is now ahead of Ickle, and a very nice overtake or attempt from Willow stays ahead on Carl. And then Ickle and John are, and Willow are all very close proximity. Powen makes his way past Velocity Racer. Willow gets another 3-second time penalty. That is big for his race. Currently that means Carl is P2, with John winning this race if it all stays as it is. David, I've been playing the F1 game, this F1 World games since F1 2015, and then I moved to Wheel on 2016, and I didn't start league racing until 22. Johnny B is... If that's what Johnny B is... Oh, is it... Steely, you both get in. How about that? If one of you does it, then both of you get into the last race. As we have a pit stop from Metagamer, who is now going on to the softs. He is going... I imagine he's going to try and take them to the end of this race. Yeah, David, get your bum in a seat. And you try and do... no assist, because it's generally is my favourite, probably my favourite tier I've raced in, as JJ is unfortunately round again, but we go back to the front of the grid where the top four are separated by about a second between them. As we see Ickle coming in for his final pit stop. I believe he started on the softs, so we'll be seeing him pit onto another set of mediums. That guy has been going for 21 laps in this race, and I do not know how. Carl is pitting as well. That leaves John and Willow out there currently. As Captain Aiden is unfortunately left his car on the track again. Oh, he was in the pit lane anyway. As we carry on with this race, we have got the front two of John and Willow currently P1 and 2. Willow has got 6 seconds worth of time penalties. We'll give you a little refresh of the penalties, if I can remember where it is. It's not that one. Which one of these is it? It's that one. Willow has 16 seconds worth of penalties, which he will serve when he pits, which is now. That guy has 6 seconds to play. We has 3. Ickle has 3. Rothwell has 6, Powen has 3, Metagamer has 3, Velocity Racer has 6, and JJ has 6. I'll go back to here, where we can see where John and Willow will come out into this pack. They will come out just behind Carl, and they will have 1 lap set fresher tyres. Oh no, just ahead. That is, Willow has got the 10-second time penalty, so he'll be looking to catch up. Oh, but John has got very nice placement with this, and Deflated Wee will be going to the end. But that guy and Cod Camper will need to pit again. How that guy has gone 22 laps on a set of mediums, I do not know. Oh yeah, speaking of weather, I forgot to do my patented incoming time. Me and Corgi loved time last season. I forgot to do it this race, but we'll have a double episode of time next week. John will be looking to make his way past both Wee and Cod Camber here. As Deflated Wee looks to make it 3 wide, and as John makes a lovely double move on both Deflated and Cod Camper, and Ickle makes his way past Cod Camper 2, and Carl makes his way past as well. And you can just see Prev in the background looking at this train. I think Prev is going to pit again. I don't think we'll be seeing that guy levels of tyre champion-ness, for lack of a better word. And Rothwell gets another 3-second time penalty for this race. So that'll be very unfortunate. Rothwell is currently running P12. So John will be looking up the grid as he sets the fastest lap of the race, which is a 15.8. And Deflated Wee will be looking at making his way past. And Ickle makes an overtake attempt on Deflated Wee and does manage to pull it off. And Carl makes his way past Deflated as well. Lovely little overtake from him, but Deflated is going to have the look back, a little bit of slingshot there. They are still side by side, these two. And Deflated Wee unfortunate there to miss out on the position. As we have these three drivers here, then as Powen gets another 3-second time penalty for this race. They've got 11 laps left as that guy finally pits. I think he's doing a one-stop. Ickle sets the fastest lap of this race. That guy will be going to the end on the softs, which is going to be absolutely mental for him. That guy will come out just behind Willow, as the top 4 drivers will be going to the end, and they are all within DRS of each other. So this is going to be a very, very big end to the race, in who can, 1, make it to the end, and 2, who can utilise the tyres the best. In my research, the medium tyres can go about 8 laps before they start getting a little too, no pun intended, deflated. That is when they start becoming way too utilised. But we'll have to wait and see to see what happens with this top 4. As we come around again for this, the start of lap 27, we will be seeing probably 1 or 2 stops between a couple of drivers. Camper pits for his final pit stop of the race. I imagine we'll be seeing Prev in soon and Malbro in soon. I believe they got to go to the end. How that guy went that long on the tyres, I do not know. Corona. I'll tell you what, Corona is a good beer, but it's not my personal favourite. I'd much rather see a Budweiser in my pocket, please. Drinking is bad if you do it unresponsibly. If you're going to drink, make sure you do it responsibly. We don't drink and drive, especially. Unless you're driving virtually, then do it. Because, well... David, you should see my alcohol shelf. I've got an alcohol shelf in my... I've got an alcohol shelf. And it is full of quite a lot of... And we saw a couple more time penalties there. 1 for Velocity Gamer, 1 for Madagamer. We currently have 6 drivers without a penalty. as Carl makes his way past John, but John is still there. As John tries to attempt to get past Ickle, he is on the inside. Ickle goes off track again. And Velocity Gamer makes his way past Powen, who is in the pits for his final pit stop of the race. Were you two just talking about beer so much that you forgot a race was happening? Honestly, vibe, I tell ya. Can you tell me who's leading this race? And no, it's not Budweiser. A man. I mean, are you assuming Ickle's identity? I'm not gonna say that. Oh well. Willow is hoping to catch up, but he hasn't got DRS to anyone. He's in a bit of no man's land. Velocity Gamer makes his way past Magic Gamer, who is pitting for another set of softs to go to the end of the race. As John makes a lovely attempt at an overtake on Carl, but does make the move stick. And we'll now be looking at Ickle. Ickle does have a time penalty, so John is in the net lead, but if we don't see Carl getting a time penalty, it could be a battle between Carl and John for the race win. And unfortunately, David, I am not very well versed in whippet racing. So I do not know what that... Velocity Racer gets another 3-second time penalty, as Prev now pits for the final lap, final pit stop. As Marlboro Sled pits again for his final pit stop of the race. Rothwell makes his way into the points. It just look funny when yeah, they do. Oh, we still have this lovely battle between the top four. The only drivers that are within talking distance of each other were Velocity Gamer and Marlboro. Marlboro said is back into DRS of Velocity Gamer. And Ickle makes his way past John. Rothwell gets another 3-second time penalty. Very unfortunate end for his race. We've been seeing this. David, how does this line up with your at the start of the race predictions? With who was in the DRS train? Because obviously Willow would have been in it if he didn't get the 10-second time penalty. Willow has swapped with Wee. Yes, Stevie, that's a great reference. Oh, so you got 75% of the prediction right. What I'm wondering is how the slug even made it to the school in the first place. What time did the slug have to leave his house to make it to school? And he was still late. Lift it bar. Wait, Steely, not Steely, Johnny B, did you put 50k on 3, 4, 5 safety cars? As we have a yellow flag, and that is the McLaren of Velocity Racer. Green flag's now out. We've got 4 more laps. What will be 3 more laps after the end of... We start another lap with the top 4 within DRS. Ickle and John will swap places again, because that's how this track works. JJ gets another 3-second time penalty. And these guys are swapping more than someone turning pages in a book. I guess that guy, if I don't think he'll gain enough time. Unfortunately, I think his soft tires will be screaming a lot more, so I don't think he will be able to catch up. And even with the time penalties, unfortunately, I think it's a bit too late for him. But as we see with time penalties, if I can find it, it's not that one. That one! Yeah, that guy's got more time penalties than Willow anyway, so he's had to overtake and getting 3 more seconds. Rothwell has got 12 seconds worth of penalties, so he will fall behind Marlboro, but he will get P10 if it stays as it is, I think, if my maths is correct. And then Metagamer's got 6, Powan's got 6, Velocity Racer's got 12, and JJ's got 9. If you look at places gained, you've got another swap between Ickle and John. But you've got our biggest gainers being Prev, Rothwell, and Marlboro Sled. So Prev has gained 8 positions, Rothwell has gained 10, and Marlboro Sled has gained 7. So yeah, back onto the tyres, we can see that the tyres are going to be screaming. As we will now be seeing, I think, a few more DRS games to be able to be in the right position at the right time. You're 1600. Is that your chess rating? Your chess elo. You know, Willow did serve his 10-second time penalty when he pitted for the set of mediums that he's currently on. You should, it's really fun. Chess is really fun, and when I said the same thing, and it's quite fun. I like 10-minute games personally. I think 10-minute games are the right amount of brain time and play time. As we go down to, as we go through turn 3 and onto turn 4, Ickle did decide to stay behind John going into in lap 35. So he is hoping that he is potentially hoping that maybe he'll get Carl the win or some sort of higgledy-piggledy stuff. I'll hit the Doctor Who quote of timey-wimey stuff. Not Monopoly. I don't know, Monopoly always ends bad. Like, given how many Monopoly games there are, Monopoly is always a dangerous game. Honestly, it's probably more dangerous than this world that we are watching these drivers racing currently. Oh, now we are on the very final lap of this Grand Prix, and will Ickle be close enough to catch John, or will Carl overtake him? since we have been very distracted, John does stay ahead. He's got 2 more DRS zones to hold back. But I do think Carl will maybe have a look at Ickle, and he does have a look around the outside, and he's made the move stick. All very rear lockups there from both drivers, as Ickle is going to have a look down the inside as well, and he is still there. A little bit of tap on Carl's right rear tyre, but Carl does stay ahead. He would have been ahead with time penalties anyway, as Velocity Racer gets another 3-second time penalty. But that does mean that it is going to, as John gets DRS from the lap drivers. But that does mean that John will cross the line to finish this race in position 1. There's a very good race there from John, getting no penalties. Carl is P2. Ickle will cross the line P3 and stay there. Deflated Wee is P4. Willow will cross the line P5. And hilarious spin across the line. That guy with a very unorthodox strategy will cross the line P6. Will he keep it is a different question, because I can't remember how many time penalties Cod Camper's got. So we will find out now. Cod Camper will inherit P6. That guy is P7. Prev will cross the line in P8. He doesn't have any time penalties. Prev will cross the line P8. Rothwell will cross the line P9, but he will lose out the place to Marlboro. Very good race from Rothwell, considering he didn't do qualifying. Marlboro said will cross the line to inherit P9, which will push Rothwell down to P10. And Madagamer will cross the line, be the last driver to cross the line, and will take P11. That was a very decent race there. You had a lot of driver switches, a lot of chaos, a lot of angry corgi penalties and spins. But all in all, for my return race, I don't think that was too bad. And here he is, the podium, the winner, hanging up his flag, held high, and he will be very, very happy with that. We let them hit their champagne, or the non-alcoholic stuff, whichever one it is. We will allow these drivers to drink it and celebrate. So John, our podium and winner, John, started P2, ends P1. Carl P4 to P2. Both drivers not having any penalties. Ickle P3, Deflated Wee P4, Willow P5, getting the fastest lap as well. Got Camper P6, that guy P7, Prev up 8 places to P8, Marlboro up to P9 from P17, and Rothwell up 9 positions to P10. We've seen some great races from those 3. Madagamer, unfortunate to miss out on the points in P11. Powen, Velocity Racer, Padge, and JJ, and being 11th to 15th as the rest of our finishers, and our DNFs being Smaller Smiley, Angry Corgi with 15 seconds worth of penalties, Ethan, and Captain IIC. That was a very interesting race to see. I can't remember what race is next week, so I will find that information now, because my brain has gone squeef. The next race in our calendar for No Assist will be Spain. Next week we will have Spain, the Spanish Grand Prix, in which no hard tyres will be used again. So that'll be very, very fun to see. We will also be back. You will have Willow back with you on Thursday for F2, in which me and David will have some lovely, lovely battles, as People are talking predictions in the chat and how well they went. And we will also be back on Sunday for assist here, in which you will probably have Snacks and Willow. But I hope you guys very much enjoyed that race. It was very fun to be back on the comms, even though I was partaking in some very windy activities on the beach. But we will be back later and soon for F2 and assist here. Thank you very much, and I will be back next week. See you later. Bye.